Hi, welcome. So in last video we have already seen a beautiful trick to solve pattern programmings. Okay, in this video let's solve few more complex pattern, okay, Google level patterns so that you get a great understanding and good confidence over pattern programs. Fine. Another thing is, see, I have selected 35 different patterns. You can see pyramid, triangle and different shapes plus the hardest pattern that is ask in Google. Yeah, you can see. So we'll solve this pattern, okay, and then few alphabetics pattern and number pattern. Okay, so let's start with pattern number 3. Okay, because the first two pattern I've already solved in the last video. Okay, so let's start with pattern number 3. Okay, what is pattern number 3 is fine. Pattern number 3. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, n is given to us as 5. See, n is the size, overall size, or you can say number of rows or number of columns. When you see pattern programs, the n is prior given to you. Okay, now how to solve it? In the last video I have told you a trick. I've shown you a trick table. Okay, so you need to draw a trick table. Let's draw it. The trick table. Row, column is number of columns filled. Okay, now let's draw trick table. In the first row, how many columns filled? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. In the second row, how many columns filled? In the second row, how many columns filled? 4. In the third row, 3 columns filled. In the fourth row, 2 columns filled. And in the last, that is fifth row, 1 column filled. 50% job done. Now, the next thing is the conditions of two for loops, one and two for loop. The outer is responsible for row traversing through rows and then traversing through columns inside one. Okay, so the outside for loop, that is row for loop, conditions are traversing from 1 to 5. We can easily see. Okay, that row is traversing from, you can see row and column. Okay, so row is traversing from 1 to 5. 1 to 5, that means int row equals 1 and row less than equals 5. 5 means n. Okay, inside for loop. So inside for loop condition we will calculate how. See, when row is 1, then 5 5 stars got printed. 1 2 3 4 5 when row is 1. That means inside for loop will run 5 times. Okay, so when row is 1, inside for loop will run n times. When row is 2, inside for loop will run n minus 1 times. When row is 3, inside for loop will run n minus 2 times. So let's calculate the conditions. What, like, how we get these values? So if I write that n minus row plus 1 int column equals 1 and columns less than equals n minus row plus 1. So if row is 1, n is 5. So 5 minus row is 1, 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus cancel and 5. So when row is 1, it like iterate 5 times. Okay, done. When row is 2, so keep the value of row in this formula, that is n is 5, row is 2 plus 1, which is equals to 5 minus 2 plus 1, that is minus 1, which is 4 times. Yeah, so we got the condition. That is for row traversing from 1 to 5 and column traversing from 1 to n minus row plus 1. Program over. And inside it, system.out.print star, what we need to print, a star or anything, and one SOPLN outside, that is line change after first row. Okay, so let's code it. See, we have already done. Let's code it. Nothing remaining. Let me open my Eclipse. Okay, so here is my Eclipse and let's code it. So first for loop, see whatever I explained that only I am just writing here. So two for loop we have discussed. The first for loop, that is the row for loop. Int row equals 1 and row is traversing from, initially n is given to us as 5. Okay. So row is traversing from 1 to n and row plus plus. Okay. Inside for loop, that is column for loop, call equals 1 and call is traversing from 1 to n minus row plus 1 and column plus plus. Okay. What we need to print, sys out and star, and after every row line change. Let's run it. Java application. Yeah, you can see this is only we want, right? This is only we want. You can see pattern number 3 and we got it this. Fine. Pattern number 4. Pattern number 4 is this. Okay, good. N is given to us as 5 only. Okay, fine. So pattern number 4. Okay, this is pattern number 3. Fine. Pattern number 4. So pattern number 4 is 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. N is given to us as 5. Okay. This is only right. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is only. Now again draw the trick table. Fine. So in the first row, how many columns filled? In the first row, 1 column filled. In the second row, 1, 2, 2 column filled. In the third row, 3 columns filled. See, columns filled. In the first row, 1 column filled. Okay, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns, but there are only 1 column filled. So we are writing in the column, we are writing this number of column filled. Okay, great. In the fourth row, 4 column filled. In the 5th row, 5 column filled. That means 50% of job we have done. Now the condition of 2 for loops. Outside is row is traversing from 1 to 5. That is done. Inside it, when row is 1, inside column is 1. That means when row is 1, so column for loop also traversing 1 time. That is why here only 1 column filled. If row is traversing 5 times, then there should be all the column filled. But here there only 1 column filled. That means row is traversing only 1 time. Okay. So when row is 1, column is running, column for loop should be running only 1 time. So the column condition should be column equals 1 to column less than equals row. Yeah, when column reaches to row, it should stop and line change. Get my point? When row is 1. Okay. So column should equals to row. Fine. When column equals row, it should line change. When row is 2. So column, when column becomes 2, it should line change. So when columns become row, right? See here. When row is 1, okay, when row is 1, column is 1, 2, less than equals row. So column, row is 1, column is less than equals to row. That is column also 1, 1 less than equals to 1. Okay, condition true. It prints 1 and then column plus plus. So condition false again second. So 1, 2. Okay, column follow will run 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So that means when inside for loop will become row times, will run row times, it should end. Yeah, that is why we are just printing 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, because we can see row column is equal. Are you getting what I am trying to explain you? Hope you will get a clear cut understanding. Okay, so this is what, so this is the condition and this is the condition. Now what we need to print? We need to print numbers. What is this? See, the very first loop we need to print 1, that means column, then 2 times, that is 1 and 2. So inside it will print column. Okay, if you will not get, then I'll explain, we will debug here also. Okay, so after that you will get a clear cut understanding. Fine, so let me comment it and solve the our next pattern. Pattern 4, that is int row equals 1 to row less than equals to n. Okay, and row plus plus. Fine, you can see row column 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 5 5. So it is ranging from 1 to 5, but this is inside for loop. It is dependent to row for loop. When row is 1, then column should traverse only one time. That is why in the first row there only one column filled. So if one column filled, that means inside for loop should traverse only one time. If one time, so what is 1? 1 is row only, that means row times. So this is what our condition. Inside for loop, int column. See, I am just preparing your base. Why? Because when we come to the complex problem, so it's not like me solving the problem or I am showing the solution. You itself solve the solution before solving me. So that is why the base is important. Okay, so you'll be thinking like, oh, this is all silly things. Why you're teaching this? So column equals 1 to column less than equals to row and column plus plus. What we need to print is column. Okay, and line change for every row. If we will run this, then you can see, oh, let me erase this. 1 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5. Got it? We got the answer. Our next pattern is this. Okay, good. Now we are just heading to a few it's also very simple. Fine, so next pattern is this. See, it's very simple. Let me just, okay, let's take it. So our pattern number 5. Okay, pattern number 5, that is 1 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5, then 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 1 2 and 1. Okay, fine. So this is our pattern. N is equals 5. Now you can see there are two patterns. One is this, another is this. Just write it. Okay, draw the trick table of this, and just write like two nested for loops, nested. Okay, see here. So trick table of this row column. At first row, one column filled. Second row, two column filled. Three row, three column filled. Fourth row, four column filled. Five row, fifth column filled. That means the condition is outside for loop condition is for row is ranging from 1 to 5, and inside for loop column is ranging from 1 to row. Just now we have seen, right? Just now we have seen in the previous 1 1 2 2 3 3 4. So when you see this pattern, blindly write this condition 1 to n, like n is 5, and inside 1 to row. Fine. This pattern and this pattern also we have seen. Yeah, this is the pattern only. So same thing, implement it and you can just get it. So let's, okay, so these two patterns are only there now. So one is this and one is this. So let me just write this below only. Okay, let me uncomment it. Okay, pattern 5. Okay, first is this. Why we'll write again and again when we have the power of copy paste. second is this. Okay, so this is the two patterns. Okay, let me run it. Okay, so let me first comment it, otherwise it will print two times. Save it. Oh, yeah, this is also great pattern. See, here we are printing this numbers column, and here we are printing stars. So yeah, this is a great pattern. 1 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 and star star star. Wow, wow, great. So let's replace here also with column with star. Okay, let's run it. Have you seen the problem? Have you seen the problem? See here, it is not exactly the pattern we want. What the pattern we want is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and only there is one row where all the 5 columns filled. But in our, there are two rows 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. No, we want 1 2 3 4 5 and from 4 3 2 1. So the second also printing 5 rows. So just put here row, not from the first row, second row. So let me run it. Now see 1 2 3 4 5 4 3 2 1. If we change the n and then check it, so you can see 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 6 5 4 3 2 1. Yeah, so this is pattern number 5. Okay, pattern number 6. Pattern number 6 is this. Okay, so there are spaces inside initially. Fine, so let's see how to tackle these patterns. Pattern number 6. Where is my pen? Okay, pattern number 6 is there are spaces. Okay, and 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, here are the spaces. Okay, now you can see row, column, trig table. In the first row there are one column present. In the second row, two column, three row, third row, three column, fourth row, four column filled, like column filled, and fifth row, all 5 columns are filled. Fine. Now you can see there are two patterns. One is this pattern, another one is this pattern. One is a space pattern and another one is a star pattern. Space pattern. So draw the trig table of this, and in place of star, just print spaces, and then draw the trig table of this, and in place of space, draw stars. Two patterns, two nested for loops. Simple. See here, row, column for space pattern. Initially, so let me just redraw the pattern. Okay, and with the spaces, proper spaces. So our pattern is 1 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 and 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so here the spaces are 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 1 2 and 1. Okay, that means now draw the trig table of space, that how many spaces filled. Here how many columns filled, how many spaces filled. So in first row 1 2 3 4 there are 4 spaces. In second row 1 2 3 3 space. In third row 2 space. In fourth row 1 space, and in fifth row 0 space. Like in fifth row all columns filled, so there is no space. Draw the condition. For this it is row is traversing from 1 to 5. Okay, outside for loop, row int row equals 1, row less than equals 5, that is n. Done. Inside for loop, that is column for loop. So when row is 1, it should traverse 4 times, n minus row. Yeah, row is 1, n is here 5, so 5 minus 1, that is 4 times. N is 5, and when row is 2, 3 times. So int column equals 1, to column less than equals n minus r times and column plus plus, and inside it print sop space. Done. So we got this pattern. Fine, we will do first. See, we will first execute this code, okay, and see like, yeah, spaces got printed, and then we will draw this pattern, and then see, yeah, total pattern what we got is got printed. So first, this is the pattern for spaces. Now the second thing is very simple. I told you, draw the trick table. We have already draw the trick table here. So 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4, yeah. So the condition of this is outside for loop ranging from 1 to 5 and inside for loop ranging from 1 to row. Okay, so let's draw the our sixth pattern. Okay, done. Pattern 6. Fine. So let's draw first the space pattern. Int row equals 0, so 1, and row less than equals n, right? Yeah, n, and row plus plus. For int column equals 1 and column less than equals n minus row and column plus plus. Space we need to print first and line change after every. First let's execute this pattern, okay, the space pattern. Let me save it, okay, and so you can see there are, see, the spaces got printed. Are you seeing? The spaces got printed. Okay, now our another pattern. For just one spaces got printed and just the next pattern is this. Okay, so this is what the pattern is. So we need to write the pattern here only. Okay, after this only, right? Int column equals 1 and column is less than equal to row and column plus plus, right? S out star. Fine, let's run it. Yeah, we got it, our output. It is 7. Let me just change to 5 to get a good clear. Yeah, see, I'm brainstorming in front of you only, okay? I have not by hearted these patterns or this code. You can see, right? The first for loop is printing the space, and then the final for loop is printing our desired pattern, that is star. Okay, so when column row is 1 and column is traversing the row time, that is 1 time, that's why 1 column filled, and then row is 2, so rest all space is printed, and as row is 2, so column is printed row time, that is 2 time. You can see column is traversing to row times. So we got this output. Okay, pattern number 7. Pattern number 7 is reverse only. Okay, so you'll do this. Okay, I'm not gonna do this. You'll do pattern number 7. Now pattern number 8, pyramid. Okay, so let's see is pattern number 8. Okay, so pattern number 7 is your homework. Pattern number 7 is your homework. Let's do pattern number 8, that is pyramid. 1 1 2 3, 1 2 3, okay, 1 3 5 7 and 9, right? Okay, 1 3 5 7. Okay, let's take n equal to 4 only. Yeah, right? 1 2 3 4. So 1 3 5 7 and then 9 and 11. Okay, fine. So row, column, columns, that is column filled. I am again repeating every time. It is not the first row first column. No, no, in the first row how many columns filled. Why? Because we are using nested for loop. It is responsible for row, it is responsible for column. So when row is 1, how many times for loop should run? When row is 2, how many times for loop should run? So when row is 1, column is 1, like column filled is 1. That means when row is 1, it should run 1 time. When row is 2, it should run 3 times. That is why 3 column filled. When row is 3, 5 times. When row is 4, 7 times. That means it is increasing plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Okay. So the condition for row is for int row equals 1 to n times. N is 4. And inside for loop, when row is 1, it should run these number of times. Okay. So row is 1 1 time, row is 2 3 times, 3 5 times. Okay. So n minus, not n, row minus 1 plus 1. Okay. When row is 1, minus 1 plus 1, 1 time. When row is 2, so row is 2 minus 1 plus 1, 2 time. No, no, no. Okay, so we can see there are odd numbers 1 3 5 7. That means for odd number there is a series 2n plus 1, right? Or 2n minus 1. So we can write here 2r minus 1. So 2 into r. What is r? Initially row is 1 minus 1. That is 2 minus 1 one time. Okay. So 2r minus 1. When row is 1, it is 1. When row is 2. When row is 2. When the second row, it should run 3 times. Like inside for loop should iterate 3 times. So when row is 2, 2 into 2. That is 4 minus 1. 3 times. Yeah, it's working. When row is 3, so 2 into 3, that is 6 minus 1, 5 times. Yes. So column should traverse from int column equals and column should less than 2r minus 1. 2r minus 1. And we got this pyramid. Sys out star. Let's see, let's code it. Where is my Eclipse? Come on, Eclipse. Okay. This is pattern number 6 and this is pattern number 7 is for you. Pattern 7 is your homework. Okay. Pattern 8 pyramid. Fine. For int row equals 1, row less than equals n, and row plus plus. Fine. Inside it, int column equals 1 to column should less than or equals to 2 into row minus 1 and column plus plus. What we need to print? We need to print star only, and after each let's change the line. Okay, let's run it. Oh, fine. So we have not printed the space. Yeah. The space are not printed. See, columns numbers are equal 1 3 5 7 9, but we need to print the space also. So let's print the spaces just similar to this. How? See here, these are the spaces. Okay, so how spaces is defined: 1 1 2 3, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, so 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2 1. Yeah, that means first row 3 space, second row 2 space, third row 1 space. See, reverse is going on. And the fourth row, that is nth row, 0 space. So the condition is row is traversing from 1 to n, 1 to n, and space, this is the space condition. So when row is 1, the space should come 3 times. The loop will run 3 times, so 3 space will come. That means 3, right? Okay, so n minus r. Similarly, column 1 2, column less than equals n minus r. What is n? 1 2 3 4. N is given as 4 minus r. Initially r is 1, 3. So when r is 1, it should run 3 times. When r is 2, so n minus 2, 2 times. Yeah. So now let's include that also, that for loop. For int column equals 1, column should less than equal to n minus r, and column plus plus. And in that for loop we will print the spaces. Yeah, this spaces. N minus row, not r, row. Now let's run it. Ooh, we got it, our pyramid. The spaces and then pyramid. Okay, great. And the last is pattern number, the last for this video. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So 7 patterns per video. Fine. This is the pattern we have covered 8. So this pattern is for your homework. Again, your homework. The similarly, just draw a trick table, and in the first row, it is the first row is, in the first row, how many column filled? 11. No, 7. The second row, in the first row 9 column filled. Second row 7. Third row 5. Fourth row 3, and last row 1. So it is reverse. Reverse means you need to draw the conditions. Okay, if you're not able to just solve it, then just please comment down. I'll give you the conditions also. Okay, I'll give you the conditions. I'll not make the video. I'll give you the conditions, and you can just put the condition in the for loop and then execute it. Fine. Now from the next video, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, 8 patterns, and then we will just see the last. We will start from last, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Rest all you can do, right? Rhombus and these binary numbers pattern and all this. Okay, so link is given in the description. Try it, try yourself, and whichever pattern you stuck, just comment down, and give you the I'll give you the condition, or I need to explain by video. Okay, let's see. If you will not explain, if you will not get it, I'll explain you by the video only. But just try it once. Fine. So hope you enjoy the video. Okay, if you enjoy the video, then please subscribe, like, share, and yeah, thank you. And then just meet in the next video soon for patterns. And then let's start after this. Let's start the recursion, and then oops. Okay. So yeah, thank you and have a nice day.